let's talk value here. Garion, which value play are you leaning towards right now?
Yeah, I'm already suggesting people hamstring their lineups by playing a second center. But I'm going to stick in that same Minnesota OKC game and just keep riding Isaiah Roby. It seems like the Thunder, since the trade deadline, have decided that they just want to see what they have in this guy. Derek Favors is barely touching the court anymore. Roby has started 6 of their last 7 games. Foul trouble has been an issue, and if Karl Anthony Towns is going to have a massive performance, that could be a little worrisome. But I had that same thought process going into the Thunder's last game against the Nuggets, where Roby had arguably the best game of his career against Nikola Jokic. So if he can survive, he only needs like 25 minutes to really bring back some serious value, because in that 7-game span, he's averaging over 1.1 DraftKings points per minute played. So I think in this up-tempo contest that should be really high scoring, getting as many pieces as possible, even if it's like, Poku or someone like that. But I think Roby of the Thunder plays is my favorite tonight.
All right, Matt, where are you going with some value here?
Yeah, there's some good choices tonight. I think I'm going to go with Cameron Payne, though, for a couple reasons. This is his second game back, and in the first game against Portland the other night, he only played 20 minutes, and I think that minutes limit, which it kind of seems like is what happened, is going to scare some people off. But that game was a blowout, and I think if the Suns had not blown out the Blazers, I think if Portland had been able to keep it close, I think Payne would have played 25 or more minutes. And for tonight, I could see him getting to around 30 without Devin Booker, without Chris Paul, obviously. So I think people may look at last game and think that Cameron Payne is still a little bit limited. He'll still be popular, but to me, he's not going to be as popular as he should be, because he is really the main guard on this offense now. And the minutes restriction from last game, I don't think really is a restriction. I think the Suns were just up by too much.
All right, Jeff, what do you think?
I'm following Matt's suit here and going with another guard. I'm going to focus on Raul Neto, who has really stepped up for Washington with Bradley Beal out for the season, and obviously Spencer did when he got traded to the Mavs. Neto, he scored 25-plus DraftKings fantasy points in 4 of his last 6 games. The Hawks ranked 23rd in DraftKings fantasy points allowed to guards, and they're coming off a back-to-back. Guards have been pretty effective against the Hawks over the past couple of games. Kobe White dropped 15-5. Marcus Smart dropped 16, 6, and 4. Fred VanVleet obviously went for a big game a couple nights ago. Obviously, Neto isn't as skilled as the guys I just mentioned, but there's potential for a big game against one of the worst defensive guards in the league, in Trae Young.